ended up taking a 00 at Mountain Home. I so enjoyed my stay there. Mountain Home in Front Royal. And it's an old plantation house. They've got two places to keep hikers. One is a cabin, and the other is, they've got private rooms, but the hiker rooms are in the basement and have several beds in there. Mine had 3, I think the other one had 2. But they served an incredible breakfast each morning that came with the stay. And each morning I had the same thing. You had a choice. But I had scrambled eggs that had onions and mushroom and spinach and tomatoes. And then they had some whole grain bread that you could have your choice of jam that was homemade by one of the hostel owners there. And it came with an incredible fruit plate, and you had your choice of either yogurt or different kinds of juices, one of which was homemade apple cider that they made from apples they got around here somewhere. And it was incredible. We even got our choice of whether we wanted medium roast or dark roast coffee, and it was good coffee. I'm sorry I did not get any footage. I was not feeling very well, especially the second day. Yesterday I took a nap and then I slept for about 10 hours. The real reason I stayed was the chance of rain, and we still have a chance of rain today. But we'll see what happens. I am going 15 miles about to the shelter because I want the shelter as a backup if my pillow repair job does not stay. As I mentioned before, I will be getting a new tent sent to me in Harper's Ferry. And Rabbit is going to get back on the trail in a trial run. If it goes well, she will jump up to where I am, and I am hoping beyond hope that that works out and that her foot holds out. Thank you for all of your prayers for her and for me. And I am getting ready to cross a stream, and I want to do it with 2 hands. So for now, this is Rebound, signing out. I made it through without falling in. I also wanted to say that the owners, Scott and Lisa, were so incredibly nice. There was also a free shuttle into town if you wanted to do that. And they had lots of hiker food there, snacks like cheese and crackers and cookies that they got that were donated someplace. I can't remember the story. Anyway, there were also $6 pizzas, rising crust, and those were the best frozen pizzas I've had since I've been on trail. And they also sold ice cream, which I did not have. Anyway, everything was just delightful there. I could highly recommend their hostel. This is actually my 3rd time to stay there, and I've enjoyed my visit there each and every time. I am still feeling a little tired. I don't know what that's about, except that I did really push through the Shenandoahs. I've been trying to eat more and better and extra anytime I can. So it could be just that I'm reaching the halfway point. Could be the weight loss. Could be that I'm just tired. Anyway, we've got a chance of rain today. It's partly sunny with thunderstorms, but you never know whether that's going to pan out. I don't think the chances get any higher than 50%. So chances are just as good that it's going to rain as that it's not going to rain. So I'm just going to try to stay positive out here no matter what. I know if it rains bad, I will have a shelter to stay in, and we'll just go from there. I am very excited that I am almost to the official halfway point. All in all, looking back, it seems like it's passed by fast. And contrary to what some believe out there, I am having a good time out here. I met some people at the hostel, so I am having social time. Some of them I'd met before, one of which I really like and enjoy. The other two were fairly new to me, but I like them very much. And I downloaded and started reading a book that someone suggested in the comments. And I believe it is called Blessed Are the Misfits by Brant Hansen. And it is talking about his experience in churches growing up as a person with Asperger's and an introvert. And he did not find out he had Asperger's until later in life. And he is funny. I don't usually laugh out loud at books, but as I was reading that, I was trying not to laugh out loud, but tears were coming out of my eyes because it was so funny, and some of it I could so relate to. So I would recommend that. So far, I haven't read the book. I've probably read maybe 4 or 5 chapters, but I've enjoyed it so far. And if you've ever felt like you just don't fit in, especially in churches, charismatic churches, or, you know, any church like that, then I think you'll really enjoy the book. I also really liked his, I don't know if I can put it into words very well, but he described the Jewish wedding ceremony and how that relates to how Jesus left us. And I'm not going to try to explain it because I'd have to read it again in order to articulate it, and I couldn't articulate it like he did, for sure. But if it piques your interest at all, if you've ever felt like a misfit, I think you'll love this book. And he has another one that I really want to read, and I was weighing back and forth. Do I get Blessed Are the Misfits? Or do I get, hold on. Excuse me. Or do I get Unoffended? Which really sounded intriguing, and which I know I need to read. But basically, from what I could tell from the blurb about it, it's talking about how we really need to have more of the love of Jesus and not get angry or offended, and instead show grace and humility. Which is really hard to do, but I know I need work in that area. So, I guess I'm going to wrap this up, and until next time, this is Rebound, signing out. I also wanted to mention that this Brant, B-R-A-N-T, Hansen, also has a podcast, which is called something like Oddcast. So if you want to check him out there, he also has a website. I also needed to say that if you download the sample to Blessed Are the Misfits, the sample will take you through that part wherein he is discussing the Jewish wedding tradition and about how Jesus' relationship to us and his disciples was all part of that tradition and ceremony, and it really opened up a lot of things that I have read in the Bible but didn't really read them in that context. So it was very interesting to me, and if you only download the sample just to read that part, I think it will be worth it for you. Hello, it has been raining lightly for most of the morning since I've been out here, but there is a nice canopy of trees above me, so I really haven't felt much, and I have not put on my rain jacket yet. This is the kind of day I thought it was going to be yesterday. Yesterday we had some batches of showers come through, but none of the steady drizzle stuff. However, I do think those 2 zeros there were meant to be, and I think I really needed them. So I guess I'm hoping the rain will stop, but this is doable. It's not too bad. If I have to put on my rain jacket, I will. Hello, I did 15.2 miles today. As I mentioned before, I wanted to stay at a shelter in case my poles did not hold and the next shelter was just too far away. So I set up my tent here on a platform, and so far the poles seem to be holding well. I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight, and if it was going to rain tonight, this might not have been a good idea. Right now I have my vestibules held out with a rock on this platform. It was a good day. It was not terribly hard. The rain did eventually stop and the sun came out. However, ever since the sun came out, it has been very hot and muggy, and This is the hottest I've been in my tent since I started this through hike. I think it was supposed to be about 88 today. So I think that is about all that I have to report for today. Until next time, this is Rebound signing out.